speaking of football players and the price of football, and what it can do to players and how it can affect people, man. We kind of late on this one, but it was a discussion. We were actually supposed to talk about it last week on last week's stream, but we wanted to talk about it because it is an important conversation, right? So this is in regards to Terron Armstead. He was on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, and he was just talking about why he retired. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp was like, "Hey, bro, O-line and getting money, and you could probably play a couple more years." And he was like, "Yeah, but I just don't want to do this no more, dog. Like what it takes for him to get on the field. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did, Rod. I'm not
No,
gonna hold you, bro.
no, Herbie, you speak facts, man. I think maybe the most like out of all the things that he was saying, what really hit me was when he talked about how he couldn't walk on his own power until Wednesday. Herbie, this
It's
man was
nuts.
this man would play Sunday football on pain medication. So this boy was on Vicodin. This boy was on oxys, just blocking, Herbie. And after the game, he couldn't feel anything. He was numb, and he was so numb that he couldn't even feel his legs until maybe Monday. And then he couldn't walk. Like imagine, and him walking on his own power, Herbie, is like a slug, right? Like this is a man who could barely move as it is, and it just speaks to, and it just goes to show, Herbie. And I know that when it comes to athletes, especially pro athletes in the NFL, NBA, baseball, you name it, there's a lot of lack of empathy that people often have, and it makes sense, right? Like me and you, we both work regular jobs. Majority of the people who will listen to this podcast will work regular jobs or they have their own businesses, but we're all busy. So, and nobody is there to feel sorry for us, and nobody is there to look at what we do. But listen, man, like these athletes, man, they make a lot of sacrifices, Herbie. And we spoke about Junior Seau just recently. You can think back to certain athletes who injuries have like I mean, some of these old school football players, like sometimes when I'm listening to Bob Greasy, Herbie, like when he used to announce, I used to be like, damn man, this nigga sound like he sound like an AI bot already, man. Like he's just gone, and all the hits these guys took, all the sacrifices they make, sometimes like Terron Armstead didn't have to do what he did, Herbie. He
Yeah.
could have just mailed it in. One of the most famous examples in football of someone who probably could have done more, but they didn't, was Jay Cutler in that NFC Championship game when they had to sub in Caleb Haney for him, right? And people killed Jay Cutler because they were just like, "Oh man, Jay, you could have did something." And at the end of the day, Herbie, not every player is gonna give you 100%. And one of the
But
reasons
he
why,
even with that, it came to find out he had a sprained MCL, bro. Like that's a 6-week injury. Like,
right, right, people were pissed
so
about it, but he
people
couldn't
were
really do anything
people
about it.
were pissed that he didn't take a fucking needle to a leg that he couldn't even stand on anymore at that point, right? Like that's why I say we treat these dudes, we treat these human beings it, like pieces on a chessboard, bro. Like toys, bro. Like we do treat them like that, right? Like, and a part of that is because it's the nature of football. You're in a jersey, you have a face mask, you have a helmet. There's something blocking your face. I don't see your eyes. I don't see your facial expressions. I don't see when you're grunting to the plane. I don't see when you're squinting in agony. I don't see when you're going to the back and you're biting on the towel as they're putting a fucking shot in your leg, just to numb the pain. You feel me? Just so you could play through it. So, and the only reason why you can play through it is because you can't feel it. Your body is in agonizing pain. It's just
Right.
you're blocking the pain receptors. That's all you're doing, right? Like, which is insane when you really, really think about it. So, yeah, dog. Like, I want more of this to get out there because we do as fans, as consumers, need to evolve when it comes to understanding what we're watching and understanding what these guys are going through, right? Like we cannot be consumed or blinded by our jealousy because these dudes are millionaires. And the attitude can't be, well shit, I'd be hurt when I go to work. The fuck I need to care about you for? I don't know, just to be a decent human being, bro. Like just to be a decent human being, just have empathy, understand, like, hey, money is not gonna make the pain go away. No matter what your job is, no matter what your career is, no matter what avenue that you're doing to make money, money is not going to make the pain go away. You might be able to afford a bigger house, more expensive cars, more lavish gifts, but we're still both hurting at the end of the day.
More money,
And
more problems, man. That's what they
And just
say.
to highlight it, right? Like, and to reinforce what you're saying, I got his quote right here. This is the quote. I've been dealing with the knee injury since my third year in the league. I didn't see a practice field at all, and not because I didn't want to or the Dolphins just wanted me to rest. It's like I literally couldn't walk. After a game on Sunday, I wouldn't be able to walk on my own, under my own power, until Wednesday. Thursday even. So I was only able to play under pain meds. I couldn't put pressure on my knee. So it was like, I can't keep doing this to myself. That's funny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, bro. But
That man
I
was going.
can't keep
Herbie, he was
doing this
going
to
through it.
myself.
He was going through it, bro. Like real talk. He was
And
going through it.
that's just one story out of the 7,500 people that play in the NFL, or however many people it is, right? That's just one story. That's one story that a lot of people can identify with. And you remember, offensive linemen don't come off the field, bro. Offensive linemen and quarterbacks, they play every snap on offense. They do not come off the field. So that is a man that was in a lot of pain playing 80 snaps a game, trying to fight through it. We can't lose sight of what these guys are doing, right? And remember, this is the safest it's ever been in the NFL.
Right.
Go look at, who is it? Go look at Brian Baldinger's hands. His finger is this way, dog. Like when he put his hands up, the finger is like this. His finger's like this.
Battle
His
scar.
finger is doing a gang sign. Resting. It's doing a resting gang sign, dog. Go look at Jason Taylor's hands. His shit's crooked. Michael Strahan's, his shit's are crooked. Right? Like these dudes have sacrificed their bodies. And they all say they'll do it over again. You know what I'm saying? Like they all say they would do it over again. But we just have to be better as fans and just accept that, all right, these guys are gladiators. These guys are legitimately doing a car crash every single second. Every single time. They're grown men going full speed at other grown men while being ridiculously athletic. We're talking about a dude who ran a 4.6 at the combine, or 4.7 at the combine at 320 pounds, 6'5".
Freaking comet, dude. Holy
And he had to go
shit.
against a guy like Aaron Donald who was 280 and ran a 4.6. And these guys are colliding every single play. So yeah, man, it's rough. It's rough, dog.
And you know
Go
what,
ahead.
Herbie? One last point to make too. That's part of the reason why, and this is just a quick point. This is part of the reason why that Tyreek quitting on the field was so insulting, Herbie, because it's just like you have one guy who literally has to be on drugs to play, and then you have another guy who was perfectly capable enough to play, who's supposed to be a leader, and when Waddle asks him, "Hey, bro, you gone?" He's like, "Yup." Like and this is not to say that Tyreek in previous seasons for us hadn't made sacrifices. I'm sure he's played hurt. I know he's played hurt. But like to see a guy quit on the team and then you see a man who literally gave you literally everything he could, it just makes me look at Tyreek a little sideways, Herbie. That's all.
Oh, that's gonna be one you're not gonna be able to get over. I already know.
Yeah.
I already know. All right, man. So we got a bunch of people in the chat, man. People in the chat. If you want to go ahead and leave a comment, bro. We love all of
Chat.
the.
Shout out to the fathers, man.
Happy Father's Day to everybody in the chat. You're from father, man. Shout out to
Yes,
you.
sir.
Show love, participate. We love reading the comments, man.